What's up, guys? Back here, we're gonna break down a little bit more of the Kimura series that we went over. So, part one, we talked about from standing up, the body lock, the single leg or the double leg, and the rolling Kimura. Okay. So today we're gonna get into a little bit of different strategy when we go for the Kimuras. Okay. I'm just gonna come in here. Settle, boom. Here I'm chest to chest, my position's good, and maybe I get my crossface. But like John Wick is really good at pummeling his underhook and beating me to the side. So it's very important that I need to keep my opponent flat on his back using my shoulder pressure. And look what I do. I use 2 fingers, I'm going all the way to the armpit as deep as I can and really rolling my shoulder forward to make him look away. Now, the underhook is not gonna be effective if I can control his head, okay? Sometimes I even like to underhook his leg. If he has a deep underhook on me, I'll underhook his leg, and now I completely eliminate any threat with this underhook. But besides the point a little bit, I get deep crossface, start to flatten him out. Okay, here. Now, we're chest to chest. I'm gonna do like a little skydive motion, okay? We're gonna show it from this view, and I'll turn around a little bit too. So once I put him flat on his back, I swim over, and at the same time, I'm gonna skydive and switch my base. So you guys can see I switch my hips right here, and now we can go for the Kimura. So I can reach back and peel. Sometimes with their space, I'll just fit my hand inside and get my key lock hand like we talked about previously, okay? Or I can reach here, 1, 2, start to tie that thing up, all right? So what's really important is watch my base here. So he has an underhook, I start to flatten my opponent out here, settle him, and now I sprawl as much as I can. I swim, okay, and when I swim, look at my legs, here. Look at this foot. It's very important. I keep my toes on the mat, okay, close to my hips. If my leg is lazy, he can bridge, oh, and come on top. So I bring my toes tight to my butt, and I'm here, okay? Now, common reaction, once you get to this position, maybe you don't even have the Kimura grip yet, he's gonna lock his legs above. He doesn't wanna lock his legs beneath my knee, right? He wants to throw his leg over and shelf his legs just like this, okay? So let's go here for the Kimura. 1, 2, okay? Now, this is a pretty cool little option. I like to keep my live hand, really put a lot of weight on him, okay? My leg stays tight. I can use my hand to push his knee. Keep the elbow in tight, because sometimes what people will do is start to grapevine wrist control. Yeah, and that can like give me a hard time. So keep that elbow in tight so nobody can fit into that space. You can use your hand and push the knee down here. Or if you have your Kimura grip and you don't want to let it go, which happens a lot, use your elbow. So use your elbow to peel that leg. And all we're looking for is to get our knee out of the hole. This is what I call the hole, okay? When we're talking about knee slice or this position, okay? What can also give your opponent a hard time holding on is if you bring this leg up. So you're gonna walk your foot here. And then that makes it a little easier to push down, okay? So when we push down, as soon as we get our knee out of the hole, I'm gonna work to get my right leg, my bottom leg, the one that's posted out for base, across, okay? So bring my shoulder, my ear, all the way to the mat. I bring my bottom knee inside. Okay, so one more view. This way, here. I might walk my foot up a little bit. If you have to, you can even pull your leg. Go for the Kimura, knee out of the hole, and then bring this foot. Watch, the hook of my foot will hook his hip all the way through here, and it stops, okay? What I don't want to do is give him my foot, right? Because this can just end up in a fight for me. So here. Now we're dealing with our legs stuck, okay? So a lot of times we're just gonna work today on getting our leg out, okay? So I'll just have to bring my knee to my chest and I'm loaded up. So we're gonna work the floating pass. As soon as my leg comes free, I load my knees up to my chest and I'm gonna shoot as I bring my hips far to the other side, okay? Now, if your only goal was to pass, you can give up on the Kimura and get your side control, okay? So this is the perfect example of why Kimuras are good for submissions and good for passing and advancing your position ultimately. So here, right, he shows his leg. I'm gonna walk my foot up a little bit just to make it a little bit harder for him to hold on. Push, my knee comes out of the hole. I lean, my Kimura grip super tight, and I hook. Bring my foot out. I load, 1, 2. Now, as soon as I load myself back, watch this really good. He might have a grip, especially if it's in a gi. I'll shoot back, and as soon as my hip's about to fall, I punch my elbow to the ground. Break that grip. The first finish we're gonna do here is super basic, okay? It's something that we probably learn within the first 6 months of our jiu-jitsu. So I switch my hips, so here. I like to try to catch that leg, or his arm. If I can't, I can still finish though. So I'll switch my hips, baseball slide up a little bit. I'll situate my body just a little bit higher. And now I'm gonna step over his head so he can't sit up. Here, my knee stays tight, and I can finish the Kimura, boom. Now, when I finish this Kimura, I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm doing the opposite of a twist grip on a motorcycle. I roll my wrist forward. That puts a little bit more pressure right there on the shoulder. So here, sprawl, elbow punches to the ground. I switch my hips, 1, 2. Okay, and watch my wrist real quick. Roll forward. You see the difference? I didn't even like do the Kimura motion yet. I just go 1, 2. Okay, tight?
Yeah, very tight.
Right. Okay, now we're gonna go into the same setup, the floating pass kind of setup, into a different finish, okay? This is one of my favorite kind of tricky finishes I like to do with the Kimura. So we get to the Kimura here, my base is getting tight, my toes are close to my butt. He can't bridge and sweep me, okay? So get my Kimura grip, I lean all the way over, and I get my knee in. Now, a lot of times the common defense right here for my opponent is to grab his hands like this. This can prevent the Kimura, and like somebody like John Wick has super strong hands, I'm not gonna be able to break that grip. But I'm still gonna try to get my knee out of the hole and free my leg, okay? This gives me more options. Now from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fall to the up, or I'm just gonna continue my momentum all the way to this side and land like this, okay? So what I'm hoping for is to get my position just like this. I wanna either, one second. I wanna either have to scoop his head. Look how I keep the live hand. Can you turn this way a little bit? I keep my live hand. Maybe I can keep the Kimura. If, in this instance, if my opponent is starting to sit up into me, then that eliminates a lot of what I'll have to do. But sometimes they go a little bit lower here. So I open my live hand. I'll reach for this elbow. When I pull the elbow, his head comes off the mat. And I'm gonna shoot this leg straight down, scoop it with my quadricep, and I'm gonna bring my knee to my chest here. Now I triangle my legs. My toes are good and tight, and I can work for the finish here. So in this position, what I do is I usually abort the Kimura. I'm either going to go 2 hands on the elbow tricep area and pull and stretch my body away. Sometimes he might reach, like he might walk towards me. So I'll look for this, either leg, doesn't matter. And I'll just give it a little stretch. Floating pass motion, get my knee inside. He starts to defend, he chain links his hands together. I bring my knee out and I just fall, boom. Okay, I'll go with a live hand. Reach for that far tricep, this is key. Okay, or maybe sometimes you could even reach underneath his head to pull it up. Shoot my leg straight, so let's go with the tricep. I'll shoot my leg straight so I can get underneath his head. That way he can't put his head on the mat. Bring my knees straight up to my chest. 1, 2, my toes are alive, okay? We can go here for the finish, boom. Or sometimes I hunt for either leg, it doesn't matter. I just demonstrate both. Give it a good pull. Keep our toes live, it's the most important, and our knees pinched together, okay? That's how you're gonna finish a proper triangle from that Kimura setup.